Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a long overdue plan with me to share with you all, which it was a very fun and eventful week, which is why this plan with me is going up late. You'll see why. I've been on the move, catching flights, not feelings, but if you guys know me, I catch all the feelings everywhere I go, so it's a really inaccurate statement, even though I end up putting it in my planner anyways. Yeah. So for this week, it was my birthday week. And if you've been watching for a while, you know I love my birthday week. I love a good birthday, but mine especially. Hair flip, hair toss. But yeah, so this week I am using the Girls Eve kit, which was a New Year's Eve kit from ScribblePrintsCo that she actually also made a birthday add-on for. And I thought it would be perfect since I was going to Vegas this week to celebrate my birthday and to celebrate Marg once more with Love's bachelorette party, and also Goa was happening at the same time, which was really fun because it meant I got to meet so many of you for the short little meetup that Andrea and Marg actually set up. So that was really fun. But yeah, so I love this kit. It's a very girls Eve party, which it says it all in the name, so good job naming it. Yeah, okay. And for a foil this week, all the foil that I use is from ScribblePrintsCo, and it is the hollow foil. I'm pretty sure everything I use this week has already come out. I couldn't check because the site's down. Because ScribblePrintsCo is about to release their second Disney Magic kit, and yeah, it's like an event. It needs to be its own event. So the site is actually down right now, but I'm like 100% sure this stuff is there. And my dog is barking, and my mom is yelling, and I don't know why. I swear Russian people just like to shout, and so does my dog. But anyway, yes, I will be using a hollow foil for this week, which I also figured out a way to capture the Viv Wiggle, so stay tuned till the end because it looks really, really pretty. But yeah, all the foil is from ScribblePrintsCo, like I said, and also the countdown that I end up using at the bottom washi, like the lower bottom washi, is a sneaky peek of some beautiful new scripts that ScribblePrintsCo will be releasing, and I got to use them because Andrea loves me so much and she knows I gotta use the good for a birthday countdown. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead, put down the bottom washi, the full boxes, and all of that jazz. If you're curious about how I do this, I do have a video up on my channel, which I always keep forgetting to link in the description box down below, so I will do it this time. Make sure to check it out if you're curious about all of this. And am I actually going to make it to the end? I think, no. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. So moving on to the sidebar, I really love how it came out this week because there was just so much going on, and I got to use a lot of these some white space hollow sprinkly foil headers in between. But for the first thing, instead of putting down my habit tracker like always, I put down this squared off half box, which is a freebie that comes with one of the old versions of the kit. And I covered up the munchkin with a fox and cactus birthday girl sticker. I don't get to use these a lot because they don't match a lot of the kits I use, but thankfully the birthday one did, of the girl with a little tiara and a piece of cake, and it fit right over the like fangirl munchkin, so I thought that was perfect. And I ended up writing in "It's my birthday week" because that is deserving of a squared off half box. Then after that, I grabbed two of the habit trackers and placed them down to mark two of my habits. One is to take my vitamins, and the other one is a nighttime routine, which I end up grabbing a what is it? A mini ombre heart checklist, and I put that underneath the last habit tracker. Then after that, I grabbed another squared off half box that comes with the kit, and a paper and milk traveling Morrow sticker on a little airplane, and wrote "catching flights, not feelings," because I was going to two different places this week, so I thought that would be really fitting. And like I said in the beginning, the not feelings part doesn't count because I always catch all the feels wherever I go. But I just thought it'd be something cute that I've seen a lot of like influencers post whenever they take a flight, and I'm like, I really like that. It's not completely accurate, but I like it, so I wanted to put that in to mark all of my trips this weekend. Then after that, I grabbed my standard thick piece of washi, the to-do header, and an ombre heart checklist to fill up the bottom space, and then I put a little piece of washi over that last strip of whatever was hanging off on the ombre heart checklist when I cut it off, just to add a little bit more of that pink in there. And then I went ahead and filled everything out. All the pens and tools and stickers I use will be listed down below as always. That I am way better at than what's it called, leaving the link to that video down below. So yeah, make sure to go check that out. And if you have any questions about some specific stickers that I did not mention, feel free to leave a comment and I would love to answer all your questions. So I'm gonna go ahead, fill it all out, and then we'll be back to do day by day. Okay, that was like a lot of quiet for a really long time and it was gonna keep going. So la la la, I'm here to fill up the empty space. Even though when I took public speaking, they were like silent dead air is really good. Not really. They were just like, don't fill it with ums and likes, even though I did exactly that the whole dang time. She stretches to reach Monday. Yes, we've reached Monday. So starting on Monday, the first thing up always, which gladly still always mark, is that I needed to publish my plan with me. So I used a little thing and a handy dandy Mandy Dreams glitter film slate icon for that. Then before school, I watched a little bit of Jane the Virgin. Did I have school this day? I did have school this day. I watched a little bit of Jane the Virgin because there was a few episodes that I missed and I had just enough time to catch up in the morning. So I used another little thing and a sparkly hollow TV icon, which, like I said, all the foil is from ScribblePrintsCo. Then before school, I headed over to Starbucks. I don't remember why. I think it's because I had money on it and I was like, I really want a good cup of Starbucks coffee because I remember at the hotel in Jamaica, the coffee wasn't that great and I really wanted a blonde vanilla latte so freaking bad. So after Starbucks and on my commute to school, I read the second installment of, what is it? To All the Boys I Have Loved Before. And I gotta tell you guys, I dropped that book halfway through and I don't think I'm gonna be finishing this series just because I'm pretty sure I was 3/4 of the way through and nothing of note had happened. I felt like I was just reading about somebody's life and I was waiting for all the good bits to happen, but like nothing was happening. And then I know a few of you said that the book wasn't that great and that Laura Jean gets annoying. And since the book was kind of boring, I didn't want to get to those parts because I feel like I would have wasted a lot of time. And I've never done that with a book. I've never just stopped. Actually, I'm lying. There was a book I did that with, and it was like Girls in White Dresses. That book was atrocious. But yeah, so I'm not going to be finishing that book. I'm just going to return it to the library. I liked the movie way better than the book. So hopefully they can do something fun with that. Then after going to school, I finally went to go see Avengers Endgame, and oh my god, I loved it so much. Of course, it had its flaws, as do all movies and most movies, but whew, it was so good, and people couldn't keep their dang mouths and fingers off of the internet and spoiling things. I was so good up until that moment with spoilers, and then I ran across a spoiler, and then spoiler alert, it was not even true, which I really don't, that's what I don't like about spoilers, because sometimes people like mess with you, and then you just sit there during the whole movie waiting for that to happen, and when it doesn't, you've wasted your time thinking about it. But yeah, to mark Avengers Endgame, I used the movie marquee that comes with the kit along with a little Captain America munchkin from Once More with Love. He's so stinking cute. And then what? Oh yeah, and then I came home. It was really late. I think I got home at around 11 o'clock at night, and I needed to finish my lab paper that was due on Wednesday, and I couldn't do it on Tuesday because I had 2 exams to study for. on Tuesday. So I used a fancy label and a munchkin banging its head on its desk to mark finishing my paper. It was a load of nonsense. I'm really interested to see what I get on that paper. I've written some bad papers in my life, but that one was just absolutely not good. And then the last thing I did that night was reply to YouTube comments before going to bed, and I used a little thing and a laptop foiled icon for that. Then moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday was just a full-fledged needed to study day, and I was afraid I was going to go into an all-nighter. I didn't let myself do that just because I was really exhausted. I don't know how I did the last all-nighter. I'm thankful I did the last all-nighter because I got like a decent grade, but I just could not stay awake. None of the information was sinking in. It was not great. So the first thing I marked on Tuesday was that I folded some laundry. So I used another little thing along with a, Coffee Monsters Co. emoji hanging up some laundry. Then I did a bunch of random to-dos. Like they took maybe like 5 minutes or 10 minutes each, but there was a lot of them that I just wanted to do so I didn't have to worry about them while I was studying, and studying was the thing I could focus on. Where did this sheet go? Okay, see, I'm using that icon with the star on it because it's random for random to-dos. I wanted to use some of these icons during the rest of the week, but I couldn't find it. I guarantee you it's behind my planner. Ah, I'm so angry. It was like stuck in my folder. Oh, I'm angry. Not that angry, but it still came out cute towards the end of the week, but there were some things that could have used a fancy, sparkly, hollow icon like that, and I just did not use it. That's a shame. And a bummer, like the one with the clinking glasses. Ugh, I'm mad. I just said I wasn't. I am. So yeah, I used a fancy label and that glorious, shiny icon to mark that, and then I needed... The way I studied for chem was basically making the cheat sheet that we were allowed to have for the test, just because I couldn't afford to do any more studying after that. But I think that was pretty good studying. It was double-sided cheat sheet, and I write at like size 4, so I feel like that was a decent amount of studying. So I used a squared off quarter box and a munchkin writing at a desk for that. Then I just marked an overall study day with that that half box, along with another munchkin studying on its laptop because I didn't bother taking notes for A&P. I was just reading slides, watching Crash Course, all those things. Then after that, I just wanted to mark that I got a Macy's package in the mail. I also got some Amazon ones, but I was going to get more later in the week, so I'm like, let me just mark the Macy's one. So I used the a little thing along with a hollow foiled, I don't know why I keep saying it's hollow foiled, a foiled package icon. And then the last thing I marked for that day was that my brain was going to explode, because it really was. And for that, I used an emoji with like dizzy eyes, because I thought that would be the most fitting. And you know, it truly was. My brain did explode, and I was like, just let me take these tests. At that point, there's nothing left to study, and I'm like, please just let me take these gosh darn tests. I don't like having the time to review. Once I know I'm done studying and once I'm in the class, I like to just be given the test. I either know it or I don't. And funny story, when I got to my chemistry exam, she spent an hour reviewing, which you guys are like, Jessica, why are you complaining? She's reviewing. And some of it actually did help. Like, I think one of them helped me answer one of the questions. But like, I was like, can I please just take the test? Like, it's nerve-wracking. My brain just can't focus on what, like, my brain couldn't focus on what she was reviewing to me. I don't know how that scientifically works. I don't know, like 80 on the brain, but I was like, can I please take the gosh darn test? And all my classmates were kind of like, Jessica, you need to calm down. But I'm like, I can't calm down. I don't, like, I just want it to be over with. I don't know if anyone can relate. My classmates couldn't, but yeah, I was just like, let me take the test. So anyway, moving on to Wednesday, the first thing that I needed to mark was that I started my third tray of Invisalign, which is really exciting. I'm really busting through these trays. Not really. So I used a munchkin brushing its teeth for that. Then I used a last minute cramming script sticker from a Once More with Love study sheet to mark that I was just watching a ton of Crash Course videos on my way to school. And it was really funny because I had some slides up about the male reproductive system, and some guy was, I guess, watching, like looking at my phone, and he was, all you hear him is go, ugh, what are you looking at? And I went, what? Because like I didn't think I was looking at anything bad, but then I saw there's just like a diagram of a penis on my phone. But I'm like, why is he even looking? I'm like, this is none of your business. That was just kind of funny. Then after that, I used a fancy label and an exam sticker from an old $2 Tuesday from ScribblePrintsCo to mark my 4th lecture exam. Then after that, I used a little thing and a glam planner, teeny lolly, sorry, I never know which one they are, sticker holding some books to mark that my health paper for lab was due, the one I ended up finishing on Monday. And then I went to Starbucks after that class to study for chem, but I also really wanted some coffee because your girl was tired. I didn't pull an all-nighter, but I was still studying up until like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was FaceTiming Kelly for a little bit, and she actually told me to go to bed. Otherwise, I would have just been there like looking at my slides like a zombie. So I used a Moonlight Paper Co. Starbucks cup sticker along with a Letters to Apollo Starbucks script, which is also what I used on Monday but totally forgot to mention. Then after Starbucks, oh yeah, my sister made me lunch this day. That's why I didn't go anywhere to eat. That was so nice of her. Then I used another pattern fancy label and a really mad looking munchkin writing on a bunch of papers to mark my chem exam that I was super nervous for and really agitated that we weren't just taking the test. I ended up doing really good on the test, so I was really happy about that. Another funny story was while I was studying for chemistry, I emailed my professor about extra credit. I didn't even get to do the extra credit because of this weekend. It was poor planning. She made it due the next week, and I thought I had 2 more weeks to do it, so I couldn't even do that, and that was really embarrassing because I had asked for it, and I'm like, I can't even get this done. But whatever, I did well on the test, so I don't really have to worry about it, and the final should at least be a little easier because it's 3/4, well, 2/3 stuff I know, and 1/3 stuff I'm kind of like, what is this? So yeah, then after that, when I got home, I was super excited because that was the end of my week and I got to pack for Vegas and going to Phoenix at the end of the week. So I used a paper and milk Amaro sticker to mark that. And because the next day was going to be my birthday, I gave myself a little pamper night with a face mask, a hair mask. I shaved. Yes, that is pampering. I shaved. It was just so nice, and I cleaned my room. It was so good. Loved it. So I used a little thing and a Whimsical Cat Studio girl pampering herself. That sounded weird. With a face mask on. I used that to mark my little pamper night. Now, moving on to Thursday, which was my 26th birthday, which, oh my God, it was so fun. It was such a good day. It no longer feels like my birthday. But like, you know, when you're little and you're like, oh my God, it's my birthday, and you feel like magic deep down inside of you. Andrea, stop laughing. Also, Nick, stop laughing. But it's just fun, and when people make you feel special on this day and stuff. I just love birthdays so much. Okay. Also, I turned 26, which seemed to bother a lot of other people more than it did me. Like, I'm excited. 26 is a nice, beautiful, even number. 25 was like a solid number, but it was odd. I like 26. It sounds like such a pretty number, but everyone else was like, wow, I'm old. And I'm like, yeah, you're old. Don't call me old. I don't feel old, so I'm not old. So to mark my birthday, I used a quarter box sticker with a fox and cactus party girl and a it's my birthday sticker that came on that countdown sheet that I was talking about before the beginning of the video, which is a sneaky peek to a birthday sheet that ScribblePrintsCo will be releasing soon. I don't know when. Don't ask me. Also, don't ask Andrea. It'll release when it releases. But it's so pretty, so it's something to look forward to. And then after that, I got some gifts, and I found out I'm going to Disney World! Oh, I was so excited. What was it? I got a few gifts here and there. Wait, why did I write time for gifts? Did anybody even give me anything? So my sister came in and gave me balloons, but like I wasn't expecting any presents just because my mom always like spends money on me and stuff, and then my sister, I don't know, I was expecting something small, but like I didn't know what it would be. So this was very confusing. But anyway, I ended up marking time for gifts anyway. That's another sticker that comes on that sheet along with a emoji and a bunch of presents. Then I marked we're going to Disney World because me and my sister are both going to go to Disney World. That is her birthday present to me and to herself, which is like you know, a cop-out because that just means she gets to wear the birthday button too, which I think is ridiculous. Because when I took her for like our birthday a year ago, it was all for her though. I can't even front. That was not even about me. But I also don't like wearing the birthday button because I forget I'm wearing it, and then people say happy birthday and it's not my birthday month, so it's really confusing, and I'm just like awkward like that. But anyway, so I marked we're going to Disney World, and I wanted to use this gorgeous, really excited munchkin with the balloon, but it was way too big, so I ended up using these mini ears from a Once More with Love Disney sheet. And then the last thing I marked in that section was that me and my sister went to Dos Caminos, which is a Mexican restaurant and so good, for my birthday lunch. Where was I going with that? Yeah, she took the day off, which was really nice, but she had a lot of days off anyway, so she needed to take a day off. But I'm flattered she chose my birthday. So we got to go get lunch, and then I went on a shopping spree at Lush because I noticed I didn't have any more bath bombs. I'm sort of over bubble bars. I kind of just want to give them away, but nobody takes baths like I do. And I know Andrea takes a lot of baths, but she's also a bath bomb girl. So I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, I ended up getting a ton of new bath bombs because they have a ton of new bath bombs. I think I just grabbed a stack of those little paper baggies you put each like bath product into, and I didn't even count them. I just gave them to my sister and she handed them to me, and I just filled up every single one. Good thing I didn't grab like 20 because your girl, I know it's my birthday, but I didn't suddenly get rich. So I'm glad I didn't grab like 20, but I think I bought like 10. Yeah, I bought like 10 things, and it's glorious because they all smell so delicious. I had my cousin and my friend's brother, one is 26 and one is 13. I had them sniff all the things, and they were like, these all smell the same to me. I'm like, they clearly don't and have all of like unique scents. What are you talking about? But it was just really funny to get them to smell it. So after Lush, I went to Starbucks to get my birthday Starbucks. I think it's a little ridiculous that they don't have that gap between like when you can use your reward, because it used to be 2 days before on your birthday and 1 day after your birthday, but now they make you use the reward on your birthday. And of course, this is the one day where I'm like, I could do without a cup of coffee, but here we are, and I got a cup of coffee anyway. And the last thing I marked on my birthday was that my family and friends came over for a birthday dinner celebration. We had sushi and Chinese food, and I had a Marvel cake. Yeah. And my sister was like, I don't have a sister, I have a 6-year-old brother. And I'm like, facts. That is so true. I can't even be mad. But it was just really funny because when they brought the cake out, it was just like a print. It's a Carvel cake too. It was an ice cream cake, and it had like the Avengers on it. And my sister cut out the slice with Spider-Man and Captain America on it because those are my two favorite Avengers. And then when she put the cake on the plate, she put it face down, and I was like, what was the point of cutting it all out like that? But it was just really nice. It's so funny that that sounded like really Miss America. I'm sorry. It's just really funny that every year on my birthday, I get a really nerdy cake, and I'm here for it. And hopefully, like, even when I'm 50, I'm still getting, like, the nerdiest cakes. So that's just who I am. So anyway, that was my birthday, and Friday, the party keeps going because I went to Vegas this day. I flew to Vegas this day, and a lot of planner people were going to be there, and I got to see Andrea. We were reunited, and it feels so good. We reunited at the airport, and we were just like, go, 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 hyper, hyper after that, especially because I got to meet Kane of Printpression, which Andrea had been telling me ever since like she went to Winter Plannerland that I was going to love him, and she was right. She never wrong. Kane is the best. Oh, it's so funny. We had to watch him run up and down the parking garage to find his car because he's like, I parked it so close, and then he couldn't find his car. And we were just sitting on our suitcases the whole time. It was glorious. So to mark my flight, as I digress, I used a fancy label along with a flight icon to mark the flight because it was a bit long, like longer than I've taken it in a minute. She says after taking a flight to Israel, that was 9 to 11 hours. Anyway, that time was a $50. This time's a fancy label. So I used a foiled airplane icon for that. Then when we got to the hotel, we ordered room service, and I got a burger, and it was delicious. So I used, for the first time, these foiled food icons, like I said, from ScribblePrintsCo that I drew. I peeked at these foiled icons, seriously. I used a burger for that because I don't know, I really wanted to mark that it was a hamburger. It was delicious. And then after that, me and Andrea exchanged gifts, and I'm so glad she liked her gift. It was, I was really happy when I found it. It was a picture drawn of her and Post Malone at Disney World, like portrait style, and I thought it was really cute, and she loved it, so I'm really happy about that. So I used a Wonton in a Million, Steamy in a birthday box, and another one of the Time for Gifts stickers. Then after that, we met up with some planner people at like the Chandelier Bar in the Cosmopolitan and just had a few drinks. I know you guys are like, but Jessica, you don't drink. I got mocktails, okay? They were delicious, and the crushed ice in it afterwards was also delicious, and it was a lot of fun. So I marked that with a fancy label and a Fox and Pip, who I also got to meet at the party. A Fox and Pip sticker of a girl holding a champagne glass, because I feel like everyone there ordered champagne. Mine came in a stubby little mug, but everyone else had like champagne and like these really cool drinks that change color. It was really cool. So then after that, we ended up eating dinner at Momofuku, and we went to the Milk Bar, which I was the only one excited about, like, to eat, because nobody else likes it. Andrea and Mark told me that they went to the one in Manhattan and that it tasted really, really salty, and I was like, wait, the one I had in Vegas last year in March for my mom's birthday was really delicious, and they were like, no, it's really salty. Like, I'm like, maybe it was just a fluke in Manhattan, but they said this one was still salty, and I was just like, oh, then I like really weird things because I love it. I think it's delicious. So I marked both of those in a half box because I knew I was going to run out of fancy labels and little things. I was like, let me lump them together. Dinner wasn't anything spectacular, so let me just lump them together. Then after that, we just stayed in the room. We got all dressed up, but then couldn't make it out because we were old grannies about it. But I marked in-room shenanigans with a little thing and these two BFF munchkins. And then the last thing I marked was that I passed out, which is a very, very standard for whenever I go to Vegas, because I'm a little butt about jet lag, and it gets me every single time. So I used an emoji sleeping on a pillow for that. Now moving on to Saturday, which is my last day in Vegas, and I was like, I really wish I could have spent more time here. I marked the first thing was that we got breakfast in bed, which was so lovely. I loved it so much. And I used this Fox and Cactus girl from the sleeping, like wearing her pajamas sheet to mark breakfast in bed. Then we went on our way to get our hair done for Magic Mike later at the dry bar at the Cosmopolitan. It was so much fun. My hair lady really, she just hated me for no apparent reason. Normally I can tell when I'm being annoying or obnoxious, but I had not said more than, "Hi, I'm Jessica, nice to meet you," to her, and she hated me. But it was fine. It was just really, it made it more funny for me because I was like, I don't know what I did to her. But I used a munchkin with its hair in rollers, which is funny because munchkins don't really have hair, but this one has hair, to mark that. Then we went shopping at the fashion show mall. Andrea bought me a really pretty dress for Magic Mike. I had an outfit picked out that I had bought, but then we went to Topshop and we just found this really pretty dress, and Andrea was like, try it on, and I was like, cool, but I can't like afford to buy a new dress. And of course I fell for her stupid trick of like, wait, let me go see if they have a black dress, but I need to take this dress with me to make sure I get the right one. And she ended up buying it for me, and I love her, but it was really pretty. So if you saw me at Magic Mike, that dress, that whole outfit, that whole lyric was sponsored by Andrea. And I'm so happy because I'm like freaking in love with that dress. And I'm like, where else can I wear it? It was so pretty. So yeah, we went to the fashion show mall. I used a paper and milk shopping bag to mark that. Then we went to the Sugar Factory for lunch, which I thought they actually got rid of because it used to be in Paris, but I guess they just moved it to the fashion show mall. And I got myself a little dranky drink because they couldn't make a virgin version of it because they were out of the stuff to make it a virgin, but not alcoholic. It's okay. Mama Andrea said I could have it, so I was like, yay! And then they told the people at Sugar Factory it's my birthday, and they sang happy birthday to me, and I got birthday cake with like a streamer, like a sparkler in it, and it was just so nice. So yeah, I used a fancy label and balloons because it was like a birthday lunch to mark that. And then after we had gotten all ready and glammed, we went to the Hard Rock where Go Wild was actually happening, and Marg and Andrea set up a little meetup, and I got to meet some of you for the first time, and it was so lovely. You guys were so stinking sweet, and I was kind of jealous that half of you were in your pajamas, and you were like, you look so pretty, which I really appreciated, but there I was like, I wish I could be wearing pajamas right now, even though I loved that dress. But I was like, you guys look so comfortable and it looks so nice. So yeah, it was really great meeting you guys. If you came up to me and said hello and took pictures, thank you so much. And then after that, we headed to Magic Mike with 17 other planner people. So it was me, 18 planner people, and it was the funniest thing ever. I don't know who's comfortable with me saying what, but Mandy, there was one of the guys at Magic Mike who like sang, and he took his mic stand and like went over to where Mandy was sitting. Like we weren't all sitting together, but like Mandy was sitting on one of the edges, and the guy like brought his mic stand and like spotlighted Mandy and Carolyn, and he was singing to her, and I could not stop laughing because I'm like, I know this girl is picturing Shawn Mendes singing to her, and it was the most glorious thing I could ever witness of life. Like all of Magic Mike was worth it. Also, the things that happened. I'm like, I don't know who's comfortable with what, but the things that happened to Magic Mike, I literally flung her foot to get like a foot rub for her. Because I was about to fling mine, but your girl didn't really shave and she was kind of stubbly after only shaving on Wednesday. But I flung Mark's foot onto the stage and threw her shoe off. And she got a foot rub out of it. But it was a great experience getting to see it with everybody. I loved it so much. So I marked that with a stripper munchkin that Mark actually drew the first time that, the year that Magic Mike actually came to Vegas, and I was supposed to go, but didn't, with Andrea and Kirsten. And then after Magic Mike, we tried to get into Planjama. That didn't work out too well. And then we just ended up eating at Food Asian Kitchen. I think that was the name of it, and it was really fun. The noodles were delicious. I think I got ramen and Andre got pho, and then we just ended up swapping because we were like, these are all so good and delicious. And then me and Marg got to do a shot together because it was her bachelorette and my birthday, and they saw because we were wearing sashes, and I was like, that shot did not sit well with me, but it tasted like lychee and it tasted so good. Then the last thing we did on Saturday, I can't believe I'm already on Sunday. Last thing I did on Saturday was take a bath with Andrea, and we had like a little photo shoot in there. We were wearing bathing suits. If you see those pictures, we were wearing bathing suits, but it was just really, really fun and hilarious. The amount of water displacement that happened was just so funny. But yeah, I needed to mark that because I needed to remember that forever in my planner. Then last but not least, Sunday. Sunday was the day I left Vegas and went to Phoenix for Kelly's graduation that was happening the next day, as well as her birthday. So I went to the airport pretty early, not early enough, and I had some Starbucks. So I used the Moonlight Paper Co. and Letters to Apollo situation again. Then I marked my flight to Phoenix, which only ended up being like half an hour, which is wild. Like we took off and then just landed. It was weird. So for that, I used a little thing and a foiled flight icon. Then when I landed, Kelly picked me up from the airport and we went on our way to get lunch at a place called Chico Malo, and it was really, really good. I had green chili chicken that like sat in my stomach the rest of the day, which I guess was not good, but it tasted good. Then we went to Target to pick up some things, and I was yelled at for looking at Funko Pops because I was like, I'm not going to collect anymore, and then there I was trying to collect more Funko Pops. Then when we got back to the Airbnb, me and Kelly were just trying to FaceTime some of our Israeli birthright people, friends, and things like that. So I marked that with a FaceTiming munchkin, and then we just chilled at the Airbnb, which I marked with two like buddy. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm done. With two like friend munchkins, and then the last two things I marked was that we had a Cinco de Mayo dinner, and I wanted to use this Wonton in a Million Suey and Steamy sticker. I thought I'd have room to write in Cinco de Mayo lunch, but I did not. So I just stuck it in the middle of that squared off quarter box. And the last thing I marked was early to bed because I was not getting sleep at all this entire week, and I just kept passing out everywhere I went. So I used a little thing and this emoji running to the pillow to mark I went to sleep early to bed. Yes. Wow.
I'm really determined to get a good Viv wiggle of this foil because it is freaking stunning. And for some reason, it only shows up in this ugly yellow lighting of my room. It's actually not like totally yellow, but still. Like, can we just... You would have never seen this during the plan with me. Okay, all right, I'm done. Wow, this is just, I can't. Okay, she's pretty. All right. We're gonna end this video and now.
So yes, ta-da, here's the week in full, and I am obsessed with it. I love all these fun colors. It just looks like a fun week, even if you're not looking into all the little details. And I love how much I got to squish into the days. I was so worried I wasn't gonna get to mark everything from the weekend, but I did, and it looks so good. It's a really fun week, and I'm glad I got to show you guys the wiggle because all this hollow foil needed to be appreciated if it was being used. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. And with that, I will see you guys in a couple of days for the next plan with me. All right, didn't end that as smoothly as I thought I could. Okay, bye!